Hello everyone, it's Evan from Winsors Driving School, and today I'm going to go over the technique on how to hook up and unhook a tractor trailer. It's very basic. It's one of the first things we teach all our students here at the school. So we're going to give you a nice video on how to exactly do it, so we'll be able to help you out and learn how to unhook and hook up a trailer, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is unhook this tractor trailer. Right now, as you can tell, it's hooked up, the tractor and the trailer, the lock pin, the kingpin is all locked up. So the first step you have to do is actually take the key with you. The reason why I'm saying this is because you don't want anybody moving the tractor while you're underneath the trailer messing with the legs. So always have the key in your pocket when you're outside the vehicle inspecting or lowering the legs. Just make sure nobody moves that tractor. All right, so the first step, I'm gonna open the door and take the key. Alrighty, I have the key with me. I'm going to put it in my pocket, and then we're ready to go. The next step is going to be lowering the legs of the trailer. We have to lower the legs before we move the tractor, or else the whole trailer is going to go down. Okay, so now I'm going to be lowering these legs, like I said, because I have to be able to lower the legs before I release the tractor out in front of it. If it's a heavy load, you really need to make sure that the ground underneath you is very hard and firm, because if it's a heavy load, it can actually sink into the ground, which is something you don't want. If it does sink into the ground, put some plywood underneath, but if you have nice asphalt and nice concrete, it won't sink into the ground no matter how heavy it is, all right? So I'm gonna lower it down the legs. I'm gonna put into low gear, so I'll be able to lower down the legs quicker. Okay, it's all the way on the ground now. Even though it's all the way on the ground, I'm still gonna give it a couple more turns, try to release the pressure off the trailer, off the tractor. So I'm gonna give it a couple more turns. It's gonna get a little bit harder. You can actually hear the airbags. If you come real close, you can actually hear the airbags releasing a little bit. It's getting the pressure off the actual tractor, off those tires. The longer you go, the harder it is to turn. I'm gonna try one more. There you go. And I turned it, and you secure the actual arm back in the spot. You never leave it out like this. Another tractor parks next to you, there goes your arm, which is not good. You always put it back in its spot. The trailer legs are all the way completely down. The next step is to release the release arm. So it actually releases the kingpin. This arm right here is what actually releases the tractor from the trailer. You'll be able to move, push out the trailer, be able to drive out the tractor once you've released this arm. So I'm gonna pull on this lever right here. Got to make sure it locks in place. Good, it's locked in place. I'm gonna check underneath to make sure it's actually moved. It's not moved all the way, so I'm gonna pull a little bit more. Good, now it's completely released. The arm's all the way out, and now the metal bar is no longer around the kingpin. Always double check your work. The next step, I'm gonna climb up here and take out all the wires and hoses. So I'm gonna take off this green one first. The green one's electrical. It could also be black, but the newer trucks, they are green. And then I'll be taking off the blue one. The blue is a service line. And then I'll be taking off the red line, which is the emergency brake line. Put them back in their spots on the tractor. Now the last step is just to pull forward. So watch what I do next. Slowly, nice and slow. So now the tractor and trailer is connected. There's room in the trailer and the tractor. I'm going to pull all the way forward. shut off the engine. And that's how you successfully unhook the trailer. Alrighty, so now we unhook the tractor. Now we gotta hook it back up. Obviously, when you have a bobtail, you gotta hook it up to a trailer. That's how you get paid. You gotta move the trailer from one location to the other. You don't get paid for moving this. You get paid for moving the actual trailer. So you gotta know how to hook up and hook safely and properly to make sure that load is secured. If you go from here in New Jersey all the way to California, and guess what? The trailer doesn't go with you because it fell off somewhere in Ohio or whatever state you're passing through, you're not gonna get paid that day, and most likely you're gonna get fired. So make sure you're hooking up properly and that load is secured. All right? So let's hook up the actual tractor trailer. The first step is to get lined up with the trailer, and I'll show you the trick on how to do that. Alrighty, I'm going to stop right here and just show you what I mean. So, right here, what I was saying before, to line up the tractor trailer, if you do not have a back window, say you're driving a sleeper, the way you know you're lined up perfectly is having the side of the tire and the side of the trailer match up. If the side of the tire and the side of the trailer are matched up, we're good to go, and just back up right underneath it. You're going to continue backing until you can't go anymore. You're not going to really give it gas. All you're going to do is back up until it stops itself, and you'll hear a click. After you hear the click, we'll also perform a tug test. That's what I'm going to do next. All right, I'm going to put it first. Now that I'm all lined up, I'm going to back up the tractor underneath the trailer. Very good. I heard a click, but I'm going to check to make sure the load is secure. I'm going to the vehicle and drive, and I'm actually going to put my foot on the gas slightly to make sure the trailer is secure and the tractor does not go off by itself. I'm on the gas. Very good. Tractor secure. I can't go anywhere. I know this load is secure. Next, turn off the engine. And make sure you always remember this, to take the key with you. I'm going to step on out, key in my hand, put the key in your pocket, and now we're just going to repeat the steps like we did for actually unhooking the tractor. We'll just do it backwards now. So next, we're going to hook up the lines. We'll get the red emergency and the blue service line and hook those up. When you're hooking up these lines, line them up and then you turn down. Same thing with the blue. Line it up perfectly and then turn down. Next is electrical. It's very simple, just like plug it in and plug. All right, make sure everything's secure. You don't want these lines coming off while you're driving. Everything's secure, everything's ready to go. Next, even though I did the tug test, I'm going to make sure the release arm's all the way in. So the release arm is all the way in, which is a good indication that it's hooked up. Also, if you like, you can check underneath the trailer to make sure that the bar is across the kingpin. If it is hooked up across the kingpin, you're good. But you did the tug test, so you know that it's really secure. If you have the key in your pocket, like I said, make sure the key with you, you do this. If you don't have the key in your pocket, do not do this, because if somebody goes inside that tractor and pulls it forward, you're going to run you over. All right, so I have the key in my pocket. I'm going to double check. Very good, everything's secure. Now the last thing I got to do is just raise up these legs. And all I got to do is raise up the legs now. And make sure you raise the legs all the way. If you do not raise the legs all the way, and you leave them down, and you go over some kind of speed bump, you can destroy the legs. The reason why I'm telling you this, I've done this in personal experience. Do not do that. It will cost you a lot of money. Okay, legs are all the way up and secure. Next, I'm going to put the arm back, make sure that's secure and locked in this place. And that's it. I hooked up the tractor trailer. So we went over hooking up and unhooking the tractor trailer. Now that I did that, nothing else to do. I got to take this truck now to DMV Motor Vehicles so our student can take a road test and pass on his first try today. That's what we help all our students do. They come to our school, they get great training, one-on-one attention with the instructors, and they help you pass your road test on your first try. Can't do it on your first try? It's okay. We have many different packages here where we can guarantee you to get your CDL license. We guarantee you to get your CDL license by giving you unlimited tries at the road test. So if you have any questions at all, please give us a call at 908-862-3252 so we can help you today get your CDL license. Thank you.